Hello and welcome to another video with me, Meoni. This is just a talk about the aftermath of today, the 20th of February 2018's housing release for personal housing after they closed personal housing for purchase in patch 4.2. It also included world restrictions changes which were pretty messy that we'll talk about in a moment. But this morning, hundreds of thousands of people hit the servers hard, and as soon as the game came up for play, the login servers went crazy, or at least they did on EU. Over 100 people in the queue literally seconds as the server goes up. Within 20 seconds later, every single housing plot in Shirogane at least, on every ward and every subdivision was gone on Ragnarok. All the small houses were completely gone. And there are countless stories on Reddit of similar occurrences, including a bug that made it impossible to purchase a house in front of you, spamming your character with error messages, and then apparently random players could come up and buy the house in front of you with no issues, even though you'd been sat there for about a minute straight trying to click it. There's even been reports today, which I won't mention the people's names because that's not really important, that actually managed to use an exploit to get past certain restricted realms, such as Balmung and Transfer. The problem is that the exploit, which I'm really not going to go into details for, you can find that information yourself by googling, actually ended up getting people permanent bans. Not just temporary bans, not a warning email, accounts with no previous infractions, all of them. It didn't matter. They used the ban hammer very liberally today. Despite the fact that these players, although figuring a way around the locked servers during maintenance, did actually pay for their transfers. So the question is, if this form of exploit is possible with the online shop, what else is exploitable? And just exactly how safe is the MOG station in general? Last year we had reports of people getting banned permanently because their card payments bounced or got involuntarily chargebacked, but this is messy to say the least. In 2018, a service like Final Fantasy XIV should probably have fail-safes in place for their online transactions. The fact people were able to transfer their characters to locked realms during maintenance, and by reading into it, I wonder exactly how easy it would have been to do that. Was it easy enough for someone innocent to do it by accident, not really knowing what they're doing? And that's where the issue lies. So back to housing, people have always used teleports and speed hacks or scripts to get to or purchase housing by skipping text boxes before everyone else. This happened in Arcade and pretty much any game with housing, including this one. But you can understand the frustration when normal players attempt to buy something and actually get there first, and then a bug prevents them from being able to finalize their own deal, resulting in other players buying it in front of them minutes later. It's bad enough dealing with people who are actually using third-party software that's against terms of service that they don't ban against to actually purchase housing, losing housing to other people even though they got there first because of a bug that's built into the game. As opinionated as I want to be, the facts are fairly clear that everything about today was a complete and utter shambles. It's quite an embarrassment for a game service in 2018 to have this many issues with the release of content on a patch day, and multiple issues on the same day, ban waves, housing bugs, server congestion, world population issues, login server issues, error chains, you name it. It's just ridiculous. The full list of world population changes will be linked in the description below, but I want to know your experiences today below. How do you feel about today's events? Personally, I wish they had opened housing up later in the same day on EU. Open the servers fine, but open the housing when people who work or study have time to get home before that happens, or at least log in before that happens. And try and get the service stable before you let people purchase things. It just seems a little bit unfair. Either way, thank you kindly for watching, and I'll see you all next time.